How you guys doing? I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast.
Monster, I'm coming for you.
Daryl's gonna so he gotta have that monster because he gonna stay up all night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Waiting for that Carter 6 to drop. Tomorrow we definitely had a reaction over the songs for you. So tune in to that. And we got the playoff predictions, or I should say previews.
Game one tonight.
Yeah, so it's finally here.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna go over an interesting take that we saw from Lotto. Lotto said that being rich sometimes is boring. So we going to make it make sense. Of course, we're going to have our jokes, but we're going to help y'all make sense of what she was trying to say.
Yeah.
Hopefully. um. So first, we feel like, if you're so bored with all that money, then you should be able to contribute to donate money to a HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
You stay in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of HBCUs there are struggling. I've been to Atlanta, went to school. You literally have, this is like Morehouse, Clark Atlanta, and Spelman. And then as soon as you leave the gates,
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing but hood.
Yeah.
The mall is hood. Like you talking about what is it, the Lennox, I believe. Like that mall has everything, literally, like everything. Like you have a beauty supply store in there. You go get your hair cut in there. You have like 6 Foot Lockers in there. like, like I don't understand how that campus is in the middle of the hood. It's weird. Like, and I've been there where one street you like, wow, Atlanta look beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you turn the corner, foolery.
Yeah.
Right back to the hood.
Yeah.
So if you bored with all that money because you don't want to spend it, invest it.
Right.
Invest it in people, in their futures.
Yeah.
Making things better.
Yeah. Do what a lot of the other Atlanta artists have done. Ludacris, he tried to contribute and revitalizing the downtown area. Young Jeezy, he's bought neighborhoods to try to revitalize them. If you are that bored with the money, then do something productive with it. Also, it's kind of weird for her to have so many things like she's known for like her like leopard thong and stuff. So maybe start trying to like look at a life outside of like hip hop, outside of music, because like I don't want to say that you're like a flavor of the month, but artists like her, they have a small window.
Mm-hmm.
So she needs to like maximize on like what she's able to do right now. Maybe try to like start a label. She was found by Jermaine Dupri on that show. So maybe try to like find another up and coming artist and help build them up, or at least try to secure something for the future. Get some sponsorships or start like a brand or something.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about male rappers versus female rappers,
Mm-hmm.
male rappers tend to have a long run in the game.
Yeah.
They can rap for a very long period of time
Mm-hmm.
and still be relevant. When women rappers, you notice they have a short window.
Yeah.
Right? Like you said, it's kind of is that flavor of the month because, I mean, not speaking for all guys, but most guys' attention span is very short, especially with a pretty face. Because the next pretty face that come up,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden the attention goes that way.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure labels know that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you see labels are always looking for the next pretty face, the next nice looking body that can probably put a couple of words together. they're always looking for that next thing up. So like you
Yeah.
said, her window is short, not because of her as a talent, it's just how the industry go.
Mm-hmm.
And so for if I was her, I would be trying to stack up as much money as possible, invest in everything that I can. I would be trying to learn the in and outs of the game
Mm-hmm.
and see how I can put other artists on so I can continue to make money
Yeah.
and build. I mean, heck, you love rapping because I seen her on the show on Netflix, Rhythm and Flow.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like she enjoyed doing that. So why not figure out your exit strategy once your rap career is over? It seemed like that's something she loved to do. It seemed like she loved to produce and do all that stuff. So maybe that's the way, to go. Try to create your own label.
Yeah.
Or some type of development school, for artists. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you bored with all that money, there's other ways to not be bored.
Yeah.
Because right now she don't have to go to the gas pump
Mm-hmm.
and make real life decisions.
Right.
And she don't have to figure out, like, dang, can I put this whole 20 on pump 2, or do I gotta put a couple dollars and we might not eat.
Right.
Like, she don't know about that. She don't know about them Apple charges getting taken out of her account. And she trying to figure out what Apple was she paying for, and pissed off because she ain't lock her card in time.
Right.
Like, you ever be somewhere out in public and then your card get declined because you forgot that you locked it, and then you got to hurry up and unlock it just to pay for what you do and lock it right back because you scared that another bill will get taken out.
Or you waiting on Amazon to hurry up and like take their money so you can lock your card back. Like, look, I'm trying to buy this. You better hurry up and take this, because if you don't, I ain't gonna have it no more.
She don't know how I feel to be at a restaurant and literally as everybody, your family is ordering when you with your kids and stuff, and you like, damn, I was hoping they was gonna get from the kids menu. So now I can't even order a drink with my meal.
Right.
You sit up there budgeting.
Right. Now you gotta play like you ain't hungry, and it was your idea to go out and eat.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I ate earlier, but your stomach, like, nah, it ain't my stomach. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm not even feeling this restaurant. Like, but you suggested this. I got in here. The atmosphere was wrong. Or going to a restaurant, not realizing that there's a thing called gratuity, and now all of a sudden you owing like $25 more that you knew you ain't had.
Or you getting pissed off? You sitting there like you calculating everything. Like, I'm trying to figure out how y'all came up with this number. My math ain't mathing right now. Like, I know we got the same thing, but how y'all came up with this? She don't know nothing about that.
Right.
Like, you trying to figure out how many impersonations you can do every time a bill collector call. You become Chinese, you become Hispanic, you become Jamaican and African. You be like, no. He not here. You got wrong number.
Or hoping everywhere got Wi-Fi so that you can actually use your phone because it's disconnected.
Hold on. You walk around asking strangers, and you got hotspot?
Right.
You got hotspot? I just need like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I gotta make sure this text go through. It's just, she don't know about that. Yeah, pull up to like Wendy's or McDonald's just to use their free hotspot right quick. Right. Yeah, she don't know nothing about that. Now, to me, ain't nothing about that. Now, that's boring, right? When you ain't nothing worse than wanting to do something, but you ain't got the money to do it.
Right, being broke get played out real fast.
Yes, being rich, you got the ability to do anything that you want to do, and you talk some you bored. I ain't never been bored with having money.
Yeah, so kind of like to bring it back around, like, do something productive with it. If like buying all the things that you want in this world gets boring, then start like applying that money toward other things that could like improve other people's situation.
Yeah, just like you said, investing. Like, and it's one of those things where people start getting that money and stuff, and then all of a sudden they I know it's that phrase, don't look back, but sometimes you have to, because you want to invest in the people, or invest in the community that help you get to where you was at.
Right, but also don't pretend like you weren't broke probably, like 5 to 10 years ago. Like as quickly as like that money has come, that money can go. And then what? You're gonna be bored being broke again, trying to figure out like what Apple charge that was, what subscriptions,
trying to lock up your card,
right? How many free trial subscriptions you can get?
Because right now you got the ability to own stuff. You can pay stuff right out. You got a bill, you ain't even worried about it. You can pay it. But with me, I paid a minimum. I ain't paying the whole bill. Right. If you telling me I only could pay $15 to keep my services connected, I'm paying that $15. I need the other $45. I need that. Yeah. Because I could pay $5 somewhere else and $10 somewhere else. Like, I need that. You over there happy because you can pay the full amount. I'm happy because I can pay the minimum amount. Just the minimum. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I could brag about that. Like, I don't see what's so fun about people paying the whole thing. Like,
she could go to the gas station and like pay at the pump and not be like, oh, they about to charge my car extra just to hold it. Oh,
you know what I'm saying? She can go there just confidently and just be like, just fill up the tank. Right. I ain't never seen no full gas tank. My car ain't never seen that.
Ain't no a solid number. Put 30 on this.
Exactly. I got that line. I got that line on my dash. It just can't go past that line, but it can't go above that line. That's the line. It ain't never get over that half a tank. My car ain't never seen that. It almost did it one day. My car started driving different. It was like that much over. My car was driving different. Boy, I tell you, I thought I was in something. Boy, I tell you. But Lotto, all seriousness though, just find a way to invest it. Yeah. Find a way to make other people's lives happy. Because maybe investing in other people and doing other things will probably give you that happiness that you're looking for. Right. Like that phrase, you are who you are when nobody's around. So if you feeling bored and you feeling a void, then there's possibly some underlying message in there that you need to figure out. Right. So maybe you're just not happy with certain things that's going on in life. And maybe that's why you're not really happy with money, because money can't give you the happiness that you are pursuing. So maybe you need to just find a hobby outside of music. Right. Something else to do to occupy your time that actually make you happy. So go back to the days without music, without fame, without the red carpets, without the pictures and X now and Instagram. Go to the times before that when you really were happy. Right. Maybe you need to channel that and try to bring that in your life and incorporate that in your everyday routine so you can be happy and you won't be so bored.
Yeah, because whatever brought you happiness originally, because the thing is, once you are able to get whatever you desire, then what? I feel like sometimes, like, even as like human beings, like we always need to like strive to like continue to improve. Yes. So you got what you wanted, you got the cars, you got the house and stuff, you probably are even like paying for like your family. So now what? Yeah, you still have money left over. What can you do now? And no one's saying to like blow the money, but start being more resourceful, like more considerate. Think of like others. Like you said, Atlanta is a beautiful area and also an ugly area, and it's the craziest thing because I remember we went to Atlanta in October of 24. Went to the Trap Museum. For one, like we took an Uber there. The whole time I'm thinking like, is this Uber driver kidnapping us? Like some parts of Atlanta look very third world. Yes. It looks like you're in a completely different country. I thought I was in Belly. Like I'm thinking that I'm about to see like the little Jamaican kids like running after the car and stuff. Like it looks like a desolate place. And then like you turn a corner and you got these like sprawling skyscrapers. You got that beautiful Ferris wheel, but even just like a block over from like where the Hawks play, it's a hellhole.
Oh yes.
Like just right across the street, you got homeless people. It's like an invisible barrier. So you know, like she talks about being so Atlanta and stuff. Like, give back to the area then. You know, maybe that will like cure some of that boredom because like you know that you're like uplifting like the people in the city that brought you up.
Yes. And then just last thing on that. So of course, us being us, we had to do some research. So rich people got rich people songs. But
Mm-hmm.
before we get to that, my last thing I had to say about that, Lotto, is right now you're rich. Being rich can go away
Mm-hmm.
with one bad move,
Yeah.
right? You need to stop being rich and figure out how you can be wealthy.
Mm.
It's a difference. So Rihanna, bitch, better have my money. She ain't playing about her. Bitch, better have my money. That is a rich person anthem. If you've seen it, I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen a broke people say, "Bitch, better have my money." Right? Usually they trying to borrow some money.
Mm.
Right? They asking for money.
Uh-huh.
She like this bitch better have my money. Right? And she even she in Louis Vuitton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saying like I'm in my Louis, right? But she's still saying, "Bitch, better have my money." Don't call my bluff, right? You better have my money. She balling bigger than LeBron, bitch. Better have my money. And she like, who y'all think y'all fronting on?
Mm.
I've never seen a broke person say who y'all fronting on, right? Because you know you ain't got it, so
Mm-hmm.
you can't nobody be front on you. You ain't got it, right? And then Lil Wayne, he talking to all America. This is like to me the most rich person anthem you can ever see in life. He said, "If I don't do nothing, I'm a bar. I'm counting all day like the clocks on the wall. Now go and get your money, little duffel bag boy." And if you ain't hear him, he said, "I said." Go. He said, "I said I ain't never ran from no nigga, and I damn sure ain't about to pick the day to start running." And then now his girl probably be like, "Yeah, whatever." He said, "No, look, honey, I ain't ran from a nigga and I ain't about to pick the day to start running. Go and get your money.
Mm-hmm.
Go and get your right." I ain't never heard a broke person say that.
Mm-hmm.
Go and get your money. Go and get your money. You got so much money, you count like the clock on the wall. Like that is man. Last one. I'm in this bitch with the terror. I got a handful of stacks. I'm about to grab an umbrella. I'm gonna make it rain, make it rain. I'm gonna make it rain on these hoes. I'm gonna make it rain, make it rain. I'm gonna make it rain on these. We ain't making it rain. I know I ain't making it rain. Right? The other day I had to cash in some coins. I'm making it drizzle.
Mm.
Probably not even drizzle. I don't even change the weather.
I can't even go to a strip club. It's not for me. I'm not giving out some money.
I've never been a day in my life. That's the truth. I've never been a day in my life. But if I did, I can't make it rain.
Mm.
Not you know how much money you have to have where you just sit up and say, "This is too much money falling. Let me pop this umbrella."
Right.
Right? Now the stripper can't even dance right because she had to hold the umbrella
Mm.
because she getting hit with money and she got to sit up there trying to do a tricks on a pole.
Mm.
That look awkward to me. Right? Broke people got broke people songs. Rockabye Baby. Rockabye Baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, cradle will rock. When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall, and down come the baby, cradle went on. That is broke people for like why is the baby in the tree? Right? We know black folks. We know black folks. We would have kids watching themselves. We too right, think about it. They too broke
Mm-hmm.
to have babysitters. So it'd be like, all right, go watch yourself. Don't touch nothing. Don't do nothing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you a kid. You don't understand that. Right? So I'm just thinking back then they probably just put the baby all the way up in the tree. It was like can't get in trouble if the tree is up there, the baby up there. But who put their kids in danger? Because as soon as the wind blow, the baby falling.
Mm-hmm.
How can you explain that?
You can't explain that.
Right? Another broke person's son, right? There was an old woman who lived in the shoe. She has so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without bread. She scolded them loudly and then sent them to bed.
I've seen a lot of those.
So you go feed me, then beat me, and then put me to bed.
That sounds like the right order. Yeah. What a little scrappy mom say in that order. Yeah.
Now that Lotto, that is broke. That's broke. You see the difference between those songs? One of them sounds super happy. One of them depressing.
Mm-hmm. That mom sounds stressed out.
All right, so let's get into our finals previews because I know that's what y'all tuned in for. That's what y'all here for. So, I guess a question I'm asking is, would it be 4-2 or 4-1? You think it?
4-1.
4-1 in favor of who?
The Thunder.
Thunder. So I guess I got another question outside of that. Like, what if Indiana win game one? Because every game so far, Indiana's been on the road. They have won game one.
Mm-hmm. If Indiana wins game one, then I could see the tables turning. I could see Indiana winning this in 6 or 7.
I hope this don't be like one of the Super Bowls, right? So, and this is what I mean by that. You know how you get two great offensive teams in the Super Bowl, and then you tell yourself like, man, this is about to be a great Super Bowl. And then all of a sudden it's just a defensive struggle with no points put up. So you got these two great offenses. I hope it just don't come down to just half court, slow the ball down, just ugly defensive possessions. I hope that, I'm hoping the refs allow them to play, but I hope the refs don't give us what they've been giving us. Because we already have two teams that's not household names. So you have to be able to give us a reason to stay locked in.
Yeah. So, and that's also kind of like my concern. I don't want to say that, like the NBA is scripted, but the NBA is scripted. So, do you think that because this isn't really, these are small markets, do you think the sooner the better? Like if this finals ends in 4 to 5 games, and we could just kind of like let it go away and we could just focus on the draft, free agency. Do you think that's kind of like the goal? Like, let's get this over and done with.
Yeah, because I don't see this going 7. You clearly have your new face of the NBA right now with Shea.
Yeah.
I think you gonna make the impossible possible, which is rare, where a player win conference MVP and go ahead and win the finals MVP. So I think they're gonna try to put him in that league company.
Yeah.
I see him averaging 30 plus in this series. Right now it's in favor of the Thunder. Nobody really giving the Pacers a chance. A little history. So teams that have rest and that are at home tend to win 20 of those games, they win 18-2. Teams that has the spread on their favor are 17-3. Teams that have 3 days of rest are 16-1. So history isn't on Indiana's side at all.
Yeah.
In the last 20 final games, teams are 15-5. So they won 75% of those games. So yeah, but my only thing about Oklahoma is throughout the playoffs, game 1 and 2 and 3, really, they start off slow. And then they pick up the offense and the defense as the series go. So it's like, can they afford to really play that brand of basketball against Indiana, which can score at a high clips?
Yeah. I'm going to say no because, like, you're right. It does seem like the Thunder, they kind of counterpunch if we're looking at it like as far as like boxing goes. So it's like they get a feel for like how like the opposing team is, And then once they figure out, like, all right, so this is how they're coming at us, then they go on the offensive. So they can't do that with the Pacers. The Pacers, they're a fun team. If they like smell blood, they're going for the kill.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes the Pacers kind of dangerous. I still don't think that they're going to win, but if the Pacers can hit first, if they can win game one,
Mm-hmm.
and if they can win game one like decisively,
Mm-hmm.
then I could tip it in like the Pacers' favor because if they're like, all right, so everybody's doubting that we can win this,
Mm-hmm.
we got them at home. They only need to win one at home.
Yeah.
If they can like split the series in OKC, then I can see the Pacers like realistically having a better chance at winning the series. But overall, I don't see this going 6.
Yeah, but I could see if Indiana really want to change the direction of the series, I can see them going all out tonight, game one. I can see them going all out, playing it like it's the last game of the series.
Yeah.
Because if they still home court, especially game one, it changes Oklahoma's mindset.
Yeah.
And to me, the confidence factor shows them that we can play basketball. Because to me, the Thunder kind of was reminiscent of Indiana and the Pacers last series, like when they played against Denver. To me, it was kind of the same styles where Denver was a good team, but they didn't have enough.
Oh, you're talking about the Pacers and the Knicks?
Yeah, but you see, like it was kind of the same thing because think about it. Thunder played Denver, right? And we knew Denver was a good team. Denver just didn't have enough scoring to finish the job, but they can stay in every game.
Yeah,
and they can make it ugly at times. And if they control the game and play their brand of basketball, then you knew that they was going to win.
Yeah,
you remember it was that first to 100. You knew they was going to win that series or win that game.
Yeah,
and to me that reminds me of when the Pacers played the Knicks. Where it's like the first to 100 and they can make the game ugly for Indiana. So, but you've seen that Oklahoma still struggled. It's just that they didn't, Denver didn't have enough scoring.
Yeah.
But now you can't play that same style against Indiana because when you go on these droughts and when you struggle, Indiana is still scoring. And there's no more, coming back from these deficits.
Yeah, Indiana they're deep.
Yeah, so if you think that you're gonna get behind on Indiana, pause, and you think that you're gonna win, it's not that serious.
Yeah,
because you can't afford to go behind. I understand you can score, but so can Indiana. So you're not playing Denver where almost every game you was coming from behind. You're not playing the Timberwolves where they only have one star.
Right.
Now you're playing against a complete team now where at any moment
everybody on that floor could give you 30.
Yes. So this is an interesting series. To me, this is gonna be one of them old-fashioned shootouts.
Yeah.
And it's just who can score the most.
Yeah. I still I don't see it really going deep, but these are going to be some exciting games with probably some real exciting finishes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Indiana can get the jump on OKC, I could tip it in their favor. But we keep talking about agenda. The NBA has an agenda to make Shea the face of the league. So I don't see this series going any further than 5.
Yeah. Indiana got to find a way to make Shea hold defense because he just relaxes on defense and that way he's able to have everything on offense. So somehow Indy has to make him play defense and try to get him into foul trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Just keep him off the floor. And then if they can contain Jalen Williams, because to me, that's the two-headed mustard right there. So if you can slow them down, Indiana, you got a better chance. But if you can't, it's time to put the kids to bed early.
Yeah.
So thank you for tuning in to the 414 Morning Podcast. But before you guys leave out, we're gonna show you some previews of what to look forward to with the Hookah Lounge.
Okay, so so I do feel like Bianca will have to eventually address it because at the end, Jade is going to want some answers. Because right now you're leaving her mind wondering, like, dang, do Bianca got my back or what? Like, what is going on? I thought we was friends, so her trust is gonna be messed up when it comes to the WWE and or the group, you know. So address it with her. I know Naomi gonna come out and all that stuff like that, but still have yours with Jade. Apologize, even if I'm rude. Like I apologize about it. I didn't know. Let her know you didn't know. You know, just do you like you do it. You know, to us, and let us know like things or how you address things because you are a woman. You know, and you're very vocal. So I feel like you should address it eventually. I know you still mind bothered about it, but that she should definitely address it. And by her not addressing it, maybe she still need her moment. You know, it was a lot happening too after that. Then she just won. Then she had to do that. Then she got Rhea on her back. Now she's injured. So she may didn't get a lot of time to address it.
She's just distracted with stuff.
Yeah, you know, because there was so much going on. But she definitely, when she comes back, she has to address it. Because I feel like she don't. Jay gonna want to come after him.
Yeah.
And you don't even have nothing to do with it. So just, you know, just help her ease her mind, clear her mind up a little bit.
Yeah, because like you saying and doing nothing isn't like helping. All
right, thank you for tuning into the 414 Morning Podcast. Hope you like what you saw. I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
It's been real.
If heaven authorized, Lord, order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone. No time to right their wrongs.